I want to say that despite the fact that I come from Southern California, it's a pleasure to be here in Boston. Okay, so what I thought I'd do is talk to you today about the journey that we've been on the road with the Qt company for a number of years. But before that, to set some context, I'll just give a little bit of an insight into what Esri is all about. Esri is all about geography. We look at human systems and we look at the natural world. And we do it in a way that we can bring it together in a digital environment so that we can use digital processing to gain better understanding of these natural worlds and the human systems and how they interact together. It's a very complex world that we live in, and it's getting more complicated and more challenging as the years go by, because it's constantly changing. In fact, the pace of change is quite staggering. We're probably at a point now in our evolution that it is the most challenging environment for human beings to live in. The very future of the planet is dependent on the decisions that we make today. The evidence is overwhelming. We've got climate change, population growth, pollution in our oceans, and we need to do something in order to sustain an environment for the humans into the future. And that's really what our organization is all about. It's about building technology to enable our users to gain a better understanding in order so that they can make better decisions for the future. Next slide. So what should we do next? Well, we firmly believe in the power of digital geography. We want to improve the efficiency of cities, organizations, and companies. We want to make cities smarter. As the population grows in cities, they've got to become smarter. We want to make sure that our users can design solutions that work well with nature so that we can have a more sustainable world. And that's what we build our technology to do. We work a lot around maps and the science of where. The science of where is what we really feel the company is all about. Now, traditionally, that's been geographic information systems, or GIS. Very professional, very focused, quite a niche product. But increasingly, it's about mapping and location, because all of you know how important location is. Jared mentioned it earlier on this morning. Location was pretty important for these people booking hotel rooms. It's just unfortunate that they didn't quite get it right. It's important on the displays behind me. We can see maps are used everywhere. So we all understand the power of location, and what you need to do as developers is start to think about how you can leverage location in the solutions that you're building. And so when we're working with location, we typically work with maps. Maps are absolutely everywhere. Every presentation we saw today has talked about location, and we've seen a map, whether it's in a car display or whether it was on Jared's slides with Florida and California being on opposite sides of the country. Maps are a very effective way to communicate. Maps are very, very powerful when you include them into your solutions. Now, traditionally, maps used to run on high-end Unix workstations back when I started 30 years ago, but now maps just are available as a commodity on mobile devices, and everybody knows how to interact with a map, and everybody knows the power of location. And so that's why developers like yourselves are pulling location into their solutions. But ultimately, everybody experiences the power of our system through the applications that get built with it. Now, we at Esri build a number of applications, but it's our partners and our users who build applications that really leverage and extend the reach of our technology. There's many applications that run on all sorts of devices and computing platforms, and they're all written by developers like yourselves. And to enable that, we make our technology available as developer APIs. If my slide would advance. There we go. So we have a developer platform. We invest a lot of money in our developer platform. In fact, we don't really pick a favorite when it comes to a developer framework. We try and support as many developer frameworks out there because we feel it's important that developers get to choose the framework that they're used to, and they bring their framework to our technology instead of bringing our framework to their problem. And obviously, one of these developer frameworks is the Qt framework that you're all very familiar with. And we've been working with the Qt company for a very long number of years, and we feel that with the combination of the Qt framework and our developer APIs, you really have a very powerful, can you advance the slide, please? The clicker's not working. We have a very powerful combination, and really unlimited in what you can do. You're limited by your imagination as a developer and your desire to solve your users' problems, and you can use both of these technologies to do that. Next slide. So about 16 years ago was our first foray into supporting Qt developers, and this was the start of our journey with the Qt company. We built a C++ cross-platform API, and it has been used to build hundreds of different applications, from your more traditional desktop applications running on Windows or Linux, to ruggedized mobile applications running on laptops, to some embedded systems running on Linux devices. And it's been a very successful product, but things have moved along. Next slide. We're now in the mobile space. About 8-9 years ago, users started to go very mobile. About 5 years ago, workforces started to go mobile. They wanted to do exactly the same thing that they do on the desktop, but they wanted to do it on their mobile device. So we started a new development project about 7 years ago to completely rewrite our code base on a new architecture that embraced mobile as its primary deployment mechanism. And we also, again, partnered with the Qt company, and we embraced QML as the user experience for many of the applications that we build. And we've got some applications that we've built with QML, but what's more important for us is that our users have developed even more. Next slide. And these are just some of the organizations that have successfully built applications using the Esri SDK and the Qt QML SDK and deployed them to app stores around a number of computing app stores, both Android and iOS. Now you can see that there's a large number of these organizations. You'll recognize some of them. They range from NGOs to government institutions to small companies to very large companies. They all understand the power of location and the importance of getting their applications and their, if you like, special sauce out to their users in a mobile environment. So we've been very successful with our QML implementation. Next slide. But looking to the future, we're starting to see real-time analytics and the Internet of Things. Everything has a sensor these days. Well, all these sensors have location. And if these sensors have location, then it's probably important to do the analytics based on the location where these sensors are. And so we've got a back-end system that can analyze to gain better understanding of the information that's coming in from the sensors. But increasingly, the compute platforms that the sensors are on are becoming more and more powerful. And that's why we're ready to make our next step in the journey with the Qt company, and we're now supporting embedded development with our SDK. Next slide. So I'd like to announce today, actually, that we are going to be supporting embedded device development with the Qt framework, along with the Esri SDK. We'll have a beta in December 2018, and I join you, I ask you to join us on the journey to build the next generation of Esri and Qt applications. So to give you an idea of what is possible with our technology in the Qt framework, I'd like to roll a very short video. Okay, that just gives you a very quick glimpse into some of the capabilities that are available when you combine two very powerful developer technologies together. And I have to say, we've had a very good partnership with the Qt company, and we look forward to many years in the future for a strong partnership. Thank you.